Hello again. Now, after 2 years of harsh COVID-19 restrictions, tourists are gearing up for a bumper festive season in Durban once again. But is the eThekwini Metro ready? Durban and other parts of KwaZulu-Natal were battered by April's deadly floods. Lots of critical infrastructure still has not been repaired. City officials are being criticized for the lack of speed and efficiency in dealing with the matter, which could jeopardize the economy. Now, our reporter Nqobile Madlala is following the story for us this afternoon and checking out how busy the roads are in and around Durban as eThekwini is bracing to receive the tourist. Nqobile, we are hearing as well that not all the beaches are safe there in eThekwini. What's the latest you can tell us?
Well, Bradan, yes, indeed. I mean, we've heard this from the mayor as well as some officials who have said that the beaches, not all of them are safe, but we do know that some of them are safe enough for people to swim, and that's exactly what people are doing. We've seen quite a number of people driving to Durban. Actually, I want to show you, Bradan, these are some of the numbers that are going to the north. Now, you'll know that this road is quite known as a road that links up Durban as well as Richards Bay, so you do see quite a number of trucks driving here, as well as families that are going to their homes, as well as going to just celebrate and enjoy their holiday as well. But of course, we have seen the officials just ensuring that these roads are safe, and this of course is important, as we know that the road carnage has been quite has hurt quite a lot of families, and we've seen that incident even in Upongolo, where we saw that carnage hurting quite deeply to a lot of families. We see you here as Transport DG. Perhaps explain to us, what exactly are you looking for on this road to ensure that people are safe, and how are you going to enforce it?
Well, good afternoon, and your viewers. Today, we are actually rolling out part of the campaign that was last week launched by Minister Madlala in Heidelberg. But it's a nationwide campaign, festive campaign, which is themed safer festive season. So what we're looking at is vehicle fitness and also driver fitness, as well as awareness generally of our pedestrians for a safe use road environment. But in KZN in particular, there is a question of trucks, and we are here to roll out a campaign as well that will look at dealing with the problem we're having of how trucks are behaving on our roads in particular. So what we've done as the National Department of Transport is we've created a dedicated operation which will be rolled out by our RTMC, the agency that deals with our road and traffic enforcement, to make sure that over the season we take a particular focus. We would have seen, as you're talking about Pongola, one truck accident took out so many young lives. And so we need to make sure that together we don't get to where there are high numbers of fatalities. We avoid them, we reduce them by creating awareness. In public transport vehicles in particular, as you saw in this operation, we have a situation where some of the vehicles are not fit, some of them overload, and our traffic officials and our RTMC are then dealing with those violations. But we think it's very important to have passengers who are aware how to deal with instances where a driver, let's say, is speeding, or a driver is drinking and driving, a driver is misbehaving. Because in the pamphlets we're handing out, there are call centers, there's a toll number that you can use. But when we stop people here, stop vehicles here, it's also possible for you to tell us, no, there is this problem. And it should happen anywhere, not just at an operation. That's what we're trying to promote, so that we have at least better outcomes for this festive season.
But DG, we've seen during the festive season there's quite a number of drivers that would drive recklessly, mainly because some of them have drunk, others also because they're rushing somewhere, they're trying to get to a party scene and so on. How are you going to make sure that you enforce what you are talking about to the people that are going on holiday and just enjoying and going about with their lives?
Well, it's about awareness, Nqobile. I think we have to understand this. Enforcement has its place, but what we need on our roads is consciousness that all of us respond to. So every driver and every user of the road should in fact be the driver of the enforcement of safety on the roads. All right, so that's really what we're promoting. So that's why I'm saying if a driver in a public passenger transport is breaking the road, it's in your interest as a passenger to please report so that we can together avert the disaster, you see. But also there's an element I think we must mention, and that is pedestrians. We have a lot of accidents that involve pedestrians because they are crossing in areas that are not safe and not designated for that. So that's what this campaign is about, creating that awareness among others.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, DJ. Well, as you can hear there, Bradan, they're making sure that people are aware. So as a pedestrian, you should know your rights, as well as someone who is in a public transport, you should know exactly who to call when there are issues. And that's exactly what they're doing now. But of course, we are seeing quite a number of traffic just going inside to Durban and going out to other areas.